It's time for my next special guest on the show now, and we have a young lady. Her name is R.A.E. Welcome to the show, R.A.E. It's a delight to have you on.
Hi, thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm very well. How's yourself?
Yeah, I'm not bad. I'm quite good.
Oh, that's good. And first up, congratulations with your new single doing the rounds on the airwaves at the moment. Not your love.
Thank you.
And how would you describe your new song? And what does it highlight?
I would describe Not Your Love as female empowerment. So, in a way, like coming from a situation where like your love interest is messing about, not having anything to do with you, and you just flip it on him by basically improving your life and saying, yeah, well, you don't like me, but I don't need you to I don't need you to like me or love me. I'm gonna love myself
Yeah.
and also love my life.
That's cool. And you have a music video which accompanies your song. It's on course for 50K views on YouTube, 50,000.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Which is good going. And in music video, you play basketball. What do you love about basketball, the sport?
um, what do I love? I love that it's competitive.
Mm, mm,
I love that you can like dribble a ball and shoot in a hoop, and it kind of resembles like taking like shooting your shot.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. And what I like about your song, not your love, it has a classic 96 beats per minute, which if you're a DJ like me, it can be smoothly blended between classic R&B tracks, like say Mark Morrison, um, Dr. Dre, Tupac, 50 Cent, LL Cool J, Sean Paul, and it has a nice intro as well, which is good for DJs.
yeah.
It's great. And were you inspired by like the '90s scene, the R&B scene of the hip hop period, kind of late '90s on that record?
Yeah. Like a lot of my music is definitely like hip hop and R&B 90s inspired,
Yeah,
and with this song as well, even like the big like before I start singing, like the like sample that my producer uses just reminds me so much of like it kind of reminds me of like Return of the Mac
yeah,
kind of sound. And yeah, like that's just like my whole aesthetic.
yeah. Cool. And which artists during that period inspired you? Obviously, you had Alia and a bit of Whitney, Jennifer Lopez as well during that time.
For me it was my biggest influence is TLC,
Oh wow, yeah,
because
lovely.
for me they're like three individual women who each make a different statement for people to follow.
Hmm.
And I just love how I just love how like different they were, even though they were a group.
Yeah, I suppose.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I suppose during that time they were fresh, weren't they?
yeah, definitely fresh. Even like in terms of like their image, wearing like the oversized clothing, like that. I like they had like they were promoting like things like safe sex, which is why they had like condoms like stuck
Yeah,
to their like clothing.
yeah,
Um, yeah, like all about like everything about them was just like free spirit,
mm,
but also like making statements.
yeah. And you mentioned it was a good era for female empowerment, say, I guess the late '90s. You also had On Vogue and Destiny's Child, All Saints as well. Do you remember when Destiny's Child first come on the scene with No, No, No? I think it was about March '98 during that time.
With which song?
Yeah, Destiny's Child, they first come on the scene in '98 with No, No, No.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and during that time as well, fashion as well. I know you're into fashion and your fashion as well. Kappa as well. That was a brand. I remember in the '90s, everyone used to wear Kappa, the Italian brand,
Yeah.
and you coined a new terminology which is called new nostalgia, which is clever. I know Amy Winehouse did it with retro pop, kind of capturing the sounds of, like Billie Holiday and that Motown sound, Supremes.
Yeah.
And what is it? What attracts people to nostalgia?
I think it's for me, I think it's the feeling that you get when you listen to like with nostalgia, like in terms like especially like memories. So for example, like for me, like when I listen to like this music, I remember like being in my old house, like dancing with my siblings and like eating like like certain biscuits, like rich tea, and it's just like that feeling that you like. It's kind of like reliving your inner child.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah, I totally understand. In our family home, we had our first household, and certain songs remind me of that house. Good and bad. And I can relate to what you're saying, which is interesting, really, I guess.
yeah.
And do you have a set vision or level where you like to reach, or are you just kind of seeing where your musical journey takes you?
It's a bit of both
Mm,
because I do see myself as a really big global star.
yeah,
Yeah, like I do see myself like that, but at the
that's good.
same time, it's you never like this journey is so unpredictable. Like you just never know what will happen. So it's kind of like just taking every step as it like
Yeah,
every like just taking every step as it is.
yeah. That's a good outlook to have. And just wrapping up now, what's been your proudest achievement to date?
So my proudest achievement to date is winning the emerging talent competition, the Glastonbury Emerging Talent Competition.
Yeah,
Literally by the song "Damn Jermaine" that I released in 2019. That song won the whole competition, and that literally in lockdown.
great. And I've just read some testimonials from one of the, I think it was Evis, one of the organisers of the Glastonbury Festival. She had some really high praise for you.
Oh yeah.
And talk about festivals. Obviously, you played on the festival circuits pre-COVID. What do you like about the festival vibe?
I've actually played one festival,
Mm,
but the when I was like there, I just love how everybody's just happy to be there. It's just a feeling of like being free for like one day and just meeting new people from around the world and just like learning about new artists who you've never heard of before. Like like an
yeah,
adrenaline of like happiness you get of just being at a festival.
sure. And are you on socials as well? I know you're on Instagram and Twitter, where people can
Yeah, I'm
follow
on
you.
socials.
Yeah, and it's R.A.E on Twitter.
It's R_A_E on Twitter and Instagram.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me on my radio show today, R.A.E. And what's for me to say is the very best with your music.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.